What is
Oh,
this
tomorrow
case?
band.
What is this case?
My lord, in this case, my lord, allegation by a lady was made, alleged, my lord, and that was subjected to inquiry. An inquiry report has been kept in the seal cover because they.
Okay, it was listed yesterday also.
No.
दो तीन दिन पहले था.
And one more
All
thing.
right, all right. When do you want it?
On Monday, your lordship. And if your lordship, that sealed cover report, if your lordship would be desirous of kind perusal, that I can produce. Because in the petition counter I have said, it cannot be, my lord, made public, and that's why it has been kept in sealed cover, and if the court desires, I can produce it.
For what purpose? We'll see when the case is called.
Then it is not with me, my lord.
So we'll see when the case is called.
My lord,
Oblige, lordship. On
And
Monday.
my lord,
is it
serial number-
urgent that we should keep it next Monday? Some other day?
जैसा सूट करे, जो सूट करे.
It's a tenure-based post, my lord, so the period would expire. It's a tenure-based post, my lord. We have only raised a legal issue, that is all.
All right. We can have it on 6th?
As my lord.
6th February.
Oblige, lordship.
my lord, serial number 3536.
Between 5 up to 24. Any mentioning?
My lord,
लिख दीजिएगा इसमें इंटरनेट सीनियर काउंसिल appearing for the respondent wants time. List again on 5th. 25 to 60.
Serial
My
52, Your Lordship.
3536.
Serial 52. May I be permitted to withdraw it?
52.
You will accept.
Council prays to withdraw the petition. Dismiss.
My lord. 35, my lord, serial number 3536.
35,
Ji, my lord. And
36.
Ji, 67, my lord. Petitioner counsel suffered from paralysis. My lord.
All right. So you want an adjournment for how much time? See, this mention was done long back.
3 weeks.
He is not well since long.
जी.
So the petitioner has to arrange somebody else.
क्या करें? Time 3 weeks का दीजिए.
Serial number
3.
52.
39, 36, 67.
Lordship, serial number 48, Lordship.
67.
48. Yes.
Serial number 38.
I prefer not to the Lordship.
48.
Lordship.
2013 का केस है. No.
Lordship, serial number
Arguing counsel, Lordship, शादी में चलेगा उसके बाद.
We are not adjourning after 10 years. If you expect the court to adjourn matters, sorry.
My lord, serial number 38, my lord. In this case, I pray for 2 weeks' time.
These are all those police matters. These are all those matters relating to 2004. We are all dismissing these matters by flux of time. We are not going to entertain matters relating to advertisement of 2004. Might be. Order will be common for all. Even in this case, 35, 36.
35.
This will also go. These are all same matters. We have got them all listed together. There are more than 100 matters of such nature challenging 2004 selection advertisement. I find lawyers don't even mention for 10 years that their case has never been taken up. हमारे यहाँ तो स्लिप लगाते हो आप 22 के 2022 के 2021 के कोई पहले के केसेस की तो कोई लगाता ही नहीं है. You are not interested in fresh matters. I don't know. चलिए next page. These are all 2013 matters, no adjournments. Then again up to from 108 onwards. Any mentioning? Item 108 to 127, 128 to 160, up to 163. Yes.
My lord, we are conscious of this fact that, my lord, we have filed this slip. Considering the urgency that I am making a mention, my lord, this is a case in which the fee fixation of the medical college was concerned. While fixing a fees for a future session, my lord, for 21-26, they have reduced the fee for the previous session of 20 to 25, my lord. And now they have asked us to make the refund by 30th, with 9% interest as well as compounding interest thereafter, my lord.
Who has directed?
The educational fee fixation committee, my lord.
You
We have
the
already-
order of the fee fixation?
My lord, my lord.
There's a committee formed in Bihar,
My lord, there is one.
headed by.
One of the honorable judges of this honorable court, ma'am.
All right. You get it listed next week.
As please, much appreciated.
Lord,
These are all fresh matters now.
These are fresh matters.
Fresh matters, we are already directing them to be listed.
Lord,
We are giving already direction. अगर पास हो गया है तो नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे लगेगा.
This is in the consolidated list, my lord, 6057.
भाई 2013 के जो 2023 के मैटर्स हैं, they are coming online.
My lord, we are aware of that.
So they will be coming on 3rd.
Friday, my lord.
Third is Friday.
ये Friday बंद है, अगला Friday.
Next is 3rd is Friday.
जी, my lord. Yeah.
3rd and 4th.
My lord,
4th
there are-
also is a Saturday, is a working day this time. So it will come on 3rd or 4th.
as I am being informed, my lord, there are almost 2000 cases now in the.
23.
I am being informed, my lord.
नहीं,
I'm
नहीं.
not aware.
All cases are listed. All defect-free cases are listed this Friday, my lord.
तो ये कह रहे हैं 2000 केसेस हैं 2023 के.
नहीं मालूम.
नहीं.
सभी listed हो गए.
Right.
We have already got all of them listed.
Much obliged.
You, Mr. Satyam Shivam Sundaram, we also speak something correct only. There is a truth this side also.
My lord,
My lord, the account operation of the college in question.
Huh?
My lord, the account operation of the college in question is stopped, my lord. And my lord, the resultant.
No.
And this case is listed. This case is listed as serial number 2894, my lord. And the account.
All right. So
Yes.
let them come. We are already
फिर
trying.
account operation बंद होने की वजह से now
नहीं,
the.
आप ये बताइए, आप 2013 का कोई केस नहीं है क्या आपका? आपने उसकी परमिशन ली? 2014 के केस की परमिशन ली, जो फ्रेश मैटर्स हैं, उनको हम ध्यान रखें और आप 2023 और 22 के केसेस का ध्यान रखिए. चलिए. Oh, nothing.
And my lord, one
No
case.
permission.
One case, my lord, the honorable court has given direction that after disposal of the LPA, you mentioned before the bench. In this case, my lord, the university and the state both has filed LPA. They have lost the LPA. Even then, my lord.
You have a copy of that order with you?
Yes, my lord.
All right. So get it listed.
At least, my lord, at least 50 cases.
दे दीजिए, परमिशन दे रहे हैं आपको.
Lordship एक ophthalmic.
इनको दीजिए, परमिशन दीजिए, आपकी परमिशन स्लिप.
Lordship.
my lord,
Next week
ophthalmic
permission
assistant
दीजिए.
के
Yes.
my lordship, that is the covered matter by lordship orders.
No covered.
अच्छा, no,
Unless
ये-
the others नहीं, एक परमिशन दीजिए सिर्फ
ये-
एक. आपने एक परमिशन दी.
Lordship.
हुजूर ने अभी डिस्पोजल किया था, वो टीचर ट्रेनिंग का मामला था, रिकॉग्निशन का, तो वो उसी में डिग्री का था, हुजूर ने अभी डिसाइड किया.
नहीं ऐसे नहीं.
Lordship ये ophthalmic assistant से related matter है हुजूर. और ये
मिस्टर अरुण,
You'll have the date of interview for appointment of assistant professor for the subject of psychology had been scheduled from 27th of January 2023, Your Lordship. And my case, Your Lordship has heard this matter earlier. The respondents are directed to file counter affidavit, Your Lordship.
27th they are.
Your Lordship, from 27th of January to 31st of January, Your Lordship.
All
So
right.
it may be on
Get it listed on 30th.
30th.
Lordship ये ophthalmic assistant related है हुजूर. ये DB1 में ऑलरेडी इससे रिलेटेड मैटर में हम लोग, मैं भी वकील था उसमें हुजूर, और फेवर में मन हुआ है. और ये जो है थोड़ा सम डिफरेंट मैटर है, और इसका रिजल्ट भी 14 जनवरी को हो गया. अभी तक ये लर्नेड मधुरेश प्रसाद के यहाँ मेंशन था, 21/11/22 को एक्सेप्टेड था, लेकिन नहीं टेकन अप हुआ है.
तो अब क्या करें? वही मेंशन करिए.
नहीं हुजूर, तो अभी तो बेंच प्रभात
क्या हो गया?
जस्टिस प्रभात कुमार के यहाँ है जो, तो वहाँ डायरेक्शन है कि आपके यहाँ मेंशन किया जा सकता है, कि एडजॉर्न है
वो आप बैठ नहीं रहे आज?
नहीं बैठे नहीं है
Just notice है.
अच्छा,
आपके यहाँ है.
ठीक है. तो अब वो जब आएंगे तभी तो होगा, उन्हीं क्या लगेगा केस. तो
नहीं, वहाँ डायरेक्शन है कि आपके यहाँ मेंशन किया जा सकता है.
हमारे यहाँ तो वो मेंशन किया जा सकता है जो आज केस लग रहे हैं.
नहीं तो वहाँ तो हम देखें लिखा हुआ है सर नोटिस में, क्या कि ये करियर का सवाल है हुजूर.
देखिए लिखा हुआ है, अर्जेंट मैटर्स ऑफ हिज लॉर्डशिप बोर्ड में बी मेंशन बिफोर. इज इट लिस्टेड टुडे?
जी जी जी
आज लग रहा है वहाँ?
जी जी आज लिखा हुआ है हुजूर वहाँ 24.
आज उनकी कॉज लिस्ट में है क्या आपका केस?
आज नहीं है हुजूर, लेकिन कंसोलिडेटेड लिस्ट में है.
हाँ, कंसोलिडेटेड का नहीं है, जो आज बोर्ड पर है.
जी तो फिर
इसकी हम अंग्रेजी समझते हैं, बाकी हमें ज़्यादा अंग्रेजी नहीं आती है,
नहीं हुजूर, हम तो हिंदी में बोल रहे हैं।
तो हम तो हिंदी में ही बता रहे हैं ना आपको। बोर्ड का मतलब ये है जो आज केसेस लग रहे हैं उनमें से, उसमें आप मेंशनिंग कर सकते हैं।
तो फिर ये कहाँ पर जा सकते हैं?
तो जब आप
बच्चे का
जब ऑनरेबल प्रभात कुमार सिंह जी बैठेंगे,
जी जी
तब आप उनके यहाँ मेंशन करिएगा कि आप अपनी कंसोलिडेटेड लिस्ट में से निकाल के इसको लगा दीजिए, जैसे हम कर रहे हैं।
क्या पहले जस्टिस मधुरेश
अब
प्रसाद
वो
के
तो
यहाँ
गए,
हो गया।
मधुरेश प्रसाद जी की तो कंसोलिडेटेड लिस्ट नहीं है ना, अब तो प्रभात कुमार सिंह जी की होगी,
जी 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 जी
वही
उनका
मेंशन करिए।
हुजूर ये हमारा 100% पेंशन और ग्रेच्युटी हुजूर विथहेल्ड कर लिया गया है ऑन द कंप्लेंट ऑफ एमएलए हुजूर। और
कब किया गया?
हुजूर ये 2018 में किया गया था हुजूर। काउंटर भी
अभी अर्जेंसी नहीं है
हुजूर, तो इसमें आ गया हुजूर,
अभी
काउंटर भी आ गया
अभी हम पहले 2013-14
क्रोनिक डिजीज से हुजूर हम सफर कर
एक
रहे
एक करके करेंगे सबके,
तो हुजूर
नंबर
हमारा
आएगा,
क्योंकि हुजूर ये मर रहा है हुजूर भूखे इसलिए।
नंबर आएगा, सबका आएगा।
Item 1, we mention item 1.
My lord, it appears that the yesterday, in view of the yesterday order passed in the PIL matter.
yes.
My lord, now there is no scope because, my lord, this court in PIL matter has observed that till the further inquiry, no aid and grant shall be released in favor of any madrasa institution, my lord. Therefore, till completion of the inquiry, my lord, it appears to be not released. So it would be in terms of the order passed in PIL matter, my lord. Because the petitioners were all the staffs of the madrasa education, they have filed writ application for releasing of the salary grant at my lord. And such as the inquiry was already going on, it was withheld only on the reason that the no details was sent for filing of the.
What is the order of the division?
My lord, the relevant part is at page number 5.
Petitioners has been claimed.
Yes, at page number 5 relevant till.
You are appearing for the teachers there?
My lord, yes. I am for the teacher. The
Teachers
petition.
who are working?
Yes, my lord.
Madrasa.
Yes.
By impugned order, salary has been stopped, for payment has been stopped by the chairman Madrasa board in terms of the PIL notes. CWJC 2040
कल हुआ
इसमें आपको दे दिया है।
ठीक, अब तो उसी लाइट में जो
हाँ
the recognition of the all the madrasa was under challenge.
कर दीजिए आपको।
So inquiry has been directed to be completed within 4 weeks.
Yes, sir.
That in terms of after completion of the inquiry of
Yes,
the.
the court will dispose of this matter.
That's.
May be
In
kept
case the
pending
petitioner
till-
by way of this writ petition has prayed as under. It is with respect to madrasa situated at Sitamarhi.
Yes.
this court in CWJC PIL. It is not registered as PIL separately.
No.
In CWJC 20406 of 2018. The division bench of this court, by its order dated 24 January 2023, has taken note of a report relating to madrasa institutions confined to district Sitamarhi, wherein grant in aid was released by the government on basis of a forged letter. It has been noticed that further inquiry has been directed to be conducted by a 3-member committee.
High level.
And the division bench has passed following order. Following directions come. The A, B, C, D, E, F. Keeping in view the aforesaid directions, the prayer made by the petitioner for releasing of his salary by the state government by way of grant common can only be examined after the aforesaid report
Disposal
is
of
Report after completion of the inquiry.
and completion of the inquiry. The respondents, on the basis of the inquiry report, shall take steps with regard to the claim of the petitioner.
Also till disposal of the
This petition stands disposed of.
ABC note करना.
Item 3, Mr. Amrendra Narayan Roy. Item 3, Mr. Amrendra Narayan Roy.
Milord, may I pray, Lord? Listen that, Milord, in postgraduate MD theory paper, petitioner was declared failed by only 1 marks, Milord. Although in paper 2 and 3, marks has already been given, but not calculated properly. My Lord has also seen.
Why was this case adjourned?
My Lord.
Why
Yes, Lord. On last occasion, my Lord has seen original answer.
You
sheet.
had sought adjournment on the last occasion.
Yes, yes.
Lord, initially the matter was adjourned because he has not submitted the
No,
complete.
on the last occasion.
Thereafter, Lord, yes.
For
Thereafter,
what reason were you asking?
Lord, your
for-
Lordship wanted me to see Sanjay Singh case 2007, volume 3 SC.
Yes, yes.
Your Lordship wanted me to see that judgment.
All right. In that circumstance.
Yes, Lord. I saw
Whether
it.
moderation can be done.
Lord, that was a case
Where there is a chief examiner and the.
Yes, Lord. Lord, which would be the appropriate scaling system or moderation system?
No. That is one part.
Lord, my Lord.
They have approved moderation.
They have approved moderation, and they have
And they've said
they have
the
held
chief
the
examiner has a right
Yes,
to
Lord.
change the marks.
Lord, they had held the earlier judgment of in the case of Dixit by 2 honorable judges of Supreme Court as a bad law, as not a correct law. I'm sorry, that was not a correct law. Lord, thereafter 3 judges have held that scaling system is not the better means, because the scaling system, they say that when the candidates have option of lots of subjects, like heterogeneous subjects are available, that somebody getting 70 marks, 70% in maths, it may not be a good marks, but if somebody English literature or Hindi literature getting 70 marks, so this kind of variation can be toned down by adoption of the scaling method. Or they have also said that suppose the physics question papers have been set by the liberal examiner and the chemistry has been set up by a strict examiner of graduation level दिया उन्होंने और इन्होंने matriculation level दिया, तो उसमें easy subjects वाले they should not steal a march over the difficult and all that. This
That is
situation.
there. But in the present facts,
जी लॉर्ड, ये प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन, प्रेजेंट केस जो है हुजूर, ये थोड़ा उससे अलग है, And
your contention is it will not have any
it
application.
will not have any. In my respectful submission, subject to what you
All right, all right.
Now, my lord, what has actually happened, my lord, briefly in 2 minutes I can.
Is it not a case here where another examiner
No.
has given
my
different
lord.
marks?
No, it's not a case. We would have taken that line, my lord, that if two examiners have evaluated, the one having valued it on the higher side, that advantage should go to the candidate. That's not the case. Lord, here, my lord, 4 theory papers. Your lordship will kindly allow me for 2 minutes.
Yes, I am hearing you.
My lord, 4 theory papers, common for all examinees. No option and all that.
Yes.
4 theory papers, my lord. 1 paper carrying maximum 100 marks, तो 400 हो गए. एक threshold marks बना हुआ है हुजूर 200 का. You have to reach that 200 in order to qualify. Now, my lord, this I will say helpless, but we cannot do anything. This candidate, my lord, had secured different marks, my lord, in all the 4 subjects. Unfortunately, my lord, he is left short by 1 marks. The total calculation of 4
to reach that 200.
जी, इनको 199 आ गया. Problem हुजूर इसमें ये हुआ, in all fairness before your lordship, we have a system. Once the answer sheet is evaluated, once the answer written by the candidates are valued by the evaluators, and the
valued by the examiner.
Examiner या evaluator, the better word will be evaluator. Once the evaluator values the answers given by the candidate in all the questions, and the marks according to the evaluator is mentioned at the OMR sheet. There is a fixed column. I have shown the original also, my lord. Thereafter, my lord, to avoid, my lord, 2 situations mainly. It may happen, my lord, I am saying little because, my lord, I belong to the teaching community. My father was professor. I have seen all this taking place. Now, my lord, what happens that jaldibaji mein, sometimes it so happens that the examiner evaluates a particular answer written by the examinee, but the marks of it is not posted on the OMR sheet. Serial number 10 answered है student के द्वारा, लेकिन marks इधर post नहीं हुआ. दूसरा ये हुआ हुजूर कि answer is given by the candidate in the answer sheet, but it is skipped the attention of the evaluator. Number 3, all marks given by the evaluator are properly posted by him at the OMR sheet, but he committed mistake in calculation of the entire thing. So to avoid any prejudice to the candidate, there is one position of scrutinizer or checker. In the OMR sheet provides a particular box for him also. Now what he does, he goes through the answer sheets, and Lord, he is not a man of the subject. He is not a man of the subject. What he does is, he just verifies that marks of the answer evaluated by the evaluator has been posted at the OMR sheet. Correction has been rightly done. If there is any discrepancy, my lord, he would refer it to the evaluator. That this question.
From where do you get it? You have some instructions available?
My lord, this had been the practice in vogue.
See, Mr. Counsel, everything has to be somewhere written, not to cover up a mistake. Your argument is very comfortable,
lordship,
but it has to be based on some factual background. If you don't have any factual aspect, sorry, you will not entertain such an argument. Because you have given me 3 different instances. One is where the evaluator has not even given marks for a particular question, which has been duly answered. Do you mean to say that answer copy will be again sent to that same evaluator?
Lord, if the answer sheet checked by the
again, I am asking you, please answer to that.
Yes, Lord.
If the subsequent examiner, as you call him as checker,
yes, Lord, tabulator or calculator is not of the subject.
All right. If he finds that a particular question has not been evaluated, marks have not been given, in spite of the answer having been given, then what will he do?
Lord, he will refer it to the evaluator. Lord, that is.
Where is that?
Lord, they do not have. Lord, it was all it was all continuing on the
How?
on the
Because
practice.
on an answer sheet,
Ji.
there is no mention of who is the evaluator.
My lordship, I'll just. Again, my lord, I'll just demonstrate it from the. Your lordship will see the OMR sheet, my lord.
Yeah, give it. Pass on कर दीजिए, दोनों कर दीजिए.
जी. हुजूर बिना आपके परमिशन के हुजूर हमने पिछले 2 डेट को हुजूर इनको भी दिखाया था.
नहीं, that's all right.
ये देखा जाए हुजूर.
It has to be nowadays everything has to be transparent.
Yes, my lord, everything is transparent. Now, my lord, your lordship will see at the OMR sheet there is a green pen used by the checker. Now, my lord, the contradiction is that the checker has given marks, my lord, a particular marks like 5.5 in the against a particular answer. He is still holding, my lord, that the evaluator has rightly given everything. The calculation is also right. He is not disputing the posting or the calculation. And when, my lord, this gentleman was called by the committee, when the petitioner lodged a complaint, he apologized. He said that I should not have, he is not supposed to deal with marking. And, my lord, he committed mistake.
He is not supposed to give mark.
He is not supposed to mark. That is mistake.
But where is he? Where?
दो जगह हुजूर इन्होंने कर दिया.
Paper 2, my lord, question number 4C, 5 marks has been given, my lord, answer sheet, but only 4 has been calculated, my lord, in paper 2, my lord.
He gives, my lord, inside by green pen after the evaluation is done by the red pen and marks are posted. He again by mistake or, my lord, I do not know, he against 4 actually recorded by the evaluator in the OMR sheet. He writes inside the copy, my lord, 5. And again he approves also the marks, etc., posting, calculation, everything done by the evaluator.
Which is the paper which you are addressing to? Paper number 2 or paper
My
number?
lord, paper number 2 and 3 both, my lord. First, my lordship, my
Where the marks have been wrongly?
Yes, my lord, paper number 2, my lord.
Paper number 2, which question?
4C, my lord.
4C.
Yes.
Flag किया हुआ वजह.
Five marks has been awarded. But in the top note, in 4C, only 4 marks has been added. All questions marks has been given, my lord, in the answer sheet.
लिखिए. The petitioner.
My lord, one more thing, my lord, if your lordship permits, my lord. My lord, since they were not having the guidelines and this kind of situation has emerged where the problem has come, my lord, we have already issued a guidelines also that is given to me also. Whatever submissions I have made, my lord, tallies with that.
The petitioner, by way of this writ petition, has prayed for directions to the respondent parties to recalculate, scrutinize the marks obtained by the petitioner in paper 2 and 3 of MD Theory Examination 2021. Due to which the petitioner has been declared failed in the said examination illegally. and further prayed to declare him passed in MD theory examination 2021. Learned counsel for the petitioner submitted that the petitioner has been failed by 1 mark. This court, while issuing notices, had directed the respondents the meanwhile to conduct retotaling of marks granted to the petitioner for both papers 2 and 3. Was there a direction to bring the OMR sheet?
No, my lord. I could not have assisted your lordship without the original mark sheet, the original document.
Respondents have filed their counter affidavit and it has been reported that the petitioner had applied for the answer sheets under RTO and the scrutiny committee checked the totaling of marks, and after going through the answer books, the committee has given a remark that there is no change required. The petitioner had appeared in the examination where there are in all 4 theory papers, and he has been able to score 199 marks. Although he was required to have minimum 200 marks out of 400 to pass the examination. Hence, he has been declared failed. It is also stated that the Vice Chancellor of the University has discretion to direct for any re-evaluation if he is satisfied that the answer book has not been fairly evaluated. Learned counsel appearing for the respondent has produced the OMR sheets, the answer sheets in original of the petitioner, and on perusal thereto, this court is satisfied that the evaluator had awarded marks to the petitioner in each different questions. But the checker who has checked the marks given by the evaluator has, in the main part of the answer copy, awarded different mark for question number 4C as 5 instead of 4, mentioned in the cover note where the marks are mentioned by the evaluator. On the basis of such
The similar situation is paper
change
3.
of marks in by the checker, comma. The argument has been advanced by learned counsel for the petitioner that the total marks for paper number 2 come to 51 instead of 50, and the petitioner would therefore pass. Similarly, in paper number 3, the checker has mentioned in question 4C total marks as
4B, my lord. In paper 3, 4B.
4C है
In paper 2, 4C, my lord.
वो अंदर में हुजूर इन्होंने गलत लिख दिया, डी लिख दिया
लिख दिया है हुजूर में स्टेटमेंट दिए हैं।
डिसऑर्डर ऑफ
4B कर दो।
ये 4B
तो इट शुड बी रेड एज
एडमिटेड
बिकॉज़ क्वेश्चन पेपर भी हमारे पास है हुजूर, डिसऑर्डर ऑफ आयन मेटाबॉलिज्म इज
the checker has marks as 5.5,
जी,
while the evaluator has not given marks in the main copy, but has mentioned the marks only in the cover note as 5. For question number 4D,
4B.
the marks have not been mentioned by the checker. However, on the main cover where the marks are mentioned by the evaluator, the checker has not changed the marks and has also mentioned the same marks as given by the evaluator. The same is the position in paper number 2. And thus, this court finds that the checker, while has changed the marks in the main part of the answer copy, but on the top, while checking the marks given by the evaluator, he has checked them as same as that of the evaluator and has not mentioned that there being any discrepancy. Learned counsel for the respondent has submitted that the concerned checker was not authorized to give marks and was only required to check the marks given by the evaluator. In fact, the checker was not a subject expert, and therefore his mentioning of different marks in the main copy are to be ignored, and the same would not reflect the actual result of the petitioner. Learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the petitioner ought to be given benefit in such circumstances, and he submits that there is no document to show that the checker was not of the same subject. आपने कहीं लगाया कि चेकर इज
नहीं, ये नहीं लगाया हुजूर, ये डॉक्यूमेंट हमारे पास था नहीं। और
फिर आप कहाँ से कह रहे हैं?
इस केस के हुजूर, ये जो दुर्घटना घटी उसके बाद लोग यस
the anomaly which is crept in the
यस
answer copies, and considering that there is a provision for reevaluation in special circumstances, though for which directions can be issued by the Vice Chancellor in terms of provision of section ordinance
21D मिलो
21D
21D, D for Delhi, D of this statute.
of the statutes dated 17/5/2011 of the university, and in the interest of justice, it would be appropriate to direct the university to get the answer copies of the petitioner re-evaluated by a head examiner separately. The answer copies in original are returned to the council, which will be kept in sealed cover, and the Vice Chancellor would be authorized to appoint any person who is subject expert to conduct the re-evaluation of the answer copies. The result of the re-evaluation would be treated as final. Writ petition is accordingly disposed of.
Certain time, my lord.
The exercise shall be conducted within period of 2 months from.
Obliged.
At the earliest, कर दो. But at least within period of 2 months.
Item of 4.
Obliged.
इस केस में लोग जो सेक्रेटरी एजुकेशन बोर्ड डायरेक्टेड टू appeal.
Why?
Admit card has not been issued to the petitioner, my lord. In the immediate.
Yes.
Lordship is here. Lordship, we have said.
And the education board.
Yes, Lordship. Their examination board.
What is this decision you are taking up for students whose admit card was not issued in time? What is the problem in issuing their admit card now? We have seen admit cards being issued one day earlier to the examination.
The student.
If the school has delayed in sending their forms for any good reason, why should the student be made to suffer? And why are you getting a special examination done for them? That would result in 2 different results. And for these students, their entire career would be at stake. Suppose there is a last date for filling up of any examination in any professional course, say for LLB, say for medical, or for that matter ITI, or whatever the future courses are. After 12th, every student goes for some or the other course. आप तो what is this way? ये क्या हो रहा है नया यहाँ बोर्ड में? ऐसा तो नहीं होता है. Because of the fault of the institution, why should the students be made to suffer? आप उनको एग्जामिनेशन में क्यों नहीं बैठने दे रहे? एग्जाम तो आपका फरवरी में स्टार्ट होगा.
सर प्रैक्टिकल का एग्जाम हो चुका है. प्रैक्टिकल का एग्जाम हो चुका है 20 को ही.
तो इनको प्रैक्टिकल में नहीं बिठाया.
इन्होंने फॉर्म ही नहीं भरा था तो प्रैक्टिकल में कैसे किया?
तो फॉर्म तो इन्होंने पहले, आपको ये बात पता लग गई थी दिसंबर में पिटीशन फाइल हो गई.
तो हमारा फॉर्म भरने का डेट पहले ही खत्म हो चुका था सर.
आप उनके प्रैक्टिकल एग्जामिनेशन अलग से ले लीजिए. प्रैक्टिकल एग्जामिनेशन इज नॉट अ वेरी बिग डील. आप आप अपनी स्टेट की सोचिए. We had this problem with regard to your medical course. पीजी कोर्स में एडमिशन हो ही नहीं पा रहा था यहाँ के स्टूडेंट्स का, बिकॉज मेडिकल का रिजल्ट है ना, आप लोगों ने विदहोल्ड कर लिया फाइनल मेडिकल का। स्टूडेंट्स के साथ वी आर फाइंडिंग इट इन योर स्टेट वेरी डिफरेंट थिंग। नाउ इट इज माई स्टेट ऑल्सो ऑफ कोर्स।
सर स्पेशल एग्जाम का रिजल्ट हम लोग मई में ही दे देते हैं, बिहार बोर्ड मई में ही दे देता है, और उसमें भी डिवीजन के साथ रिजल्ट देते हैं, दोनों में कोई।
But do you mention that it is a special examination?
स्पेशल एग्जाम सर्टिफिकेट।
So then the boy will have to answer to those other authorities why you appeared in a special examination. Then
सर स्पेशल एग्जाम बोर्ड इसीलिए लेता है कि जो बच्चे स्कूल चाहे किसी गलती से छूट गया फॉर्म भरना, उसको हम लोग स्पेशल एग्जाम में डिवीजन के साथ देते हैं।
उसकी गलती कहाँ है ये आप बताइए। Where is his fault?
स्कूल की गलती है।
तो फिर स्कूल की गलती की वजह से why should the student be made to suffer? आप एक्शन लीजिए स्टूडेंट्स के, स्कूल्स का डी रिकॉग्निशन करिए, फाइन लगाइए इनके ऊपर।
ये कोई जो एग्जाम है एक
फर्स्ट से,
पर आपने प्रैक्टिकल का एग्जाम तो दिया नहीं है। प्रैक्टिकल्स तो स्कूल में ही होते होंगे ना, तो उन्होंने एग्जाम लिया ही नहीं, आपका एक्सटर्नल गया नहीं है क्या?
नहीं, मेरा एग्जाम, उसको एडमिट कार्ड इशू हुआ नहीं, इसलिए प्रैक्टिकल का एग्जाम दे कैसे सकता है?
कार्ड ही नहीं।
Very situation. Yes, what do you suggest, madam?
Lordship, I will suggest that let them appear in the special examination, because
would it not amount to affecting their career?
But Lordship will appreciate that they have not filled up the form.
But
The form
the form has been filled but not sent.
Not sent, yes.
The students have filled their form.
They have filled the form.
Whenever they were asked,
paper
you
form
can't
they
be
have-
asking the student. It is their school which asked them to fill up the forms. It is not that they are entitled to fill up the form directly and send it to the board. Is it so?
Lordship will appreciate that about
Any particular school of any student of any school, can he directly send a form to the board? No. No. Even if somebody fills it, say in August, some student fill it in September, they consolidate it and send it to the board. And if they do not send it, they are responsible.
the school
The school is responsible. Who is appearing for the school?
I am correspondent number 6 and 7.
Then they have to be fined. Why should these students be made to suffer? Because in his entire future career, everywhere he will have to explain why you are in a special examination, why not in the main board examination. Special examinations are basically held for those who have either failed or who are ex-students. It is not for these people.
that we call here.
Mr. Secretary knows it. What is the reason for special examination? It is for ex-students. It is for those students. We can't equate them to them.
पहले तो सप्लीमेंट्री बोलते थे हम लोग।
ये सप्लीमेंट्री करा देंगे इनका। This is ये तो it would be putting them in a.
Lordship will appreciate. This is from my firm. Lordship.
What is your suggestion as an officer of the court?
Lordship, about these 3 students, if your Lordship may direct, then maybe they will be able to adjust. But there are several other students also, Lordships.
That they will have to take a policy decision.
The exam starts from 1st of February. And today is 25th.
We will see once it has come to the knowledge of this court.
And there is a lot of
about
work
such
to
situation.
be. Because they
Yes, Mr. Secretary, what do you suggest? Can you equate them with all those students?
सर अगर इस केस में जो 3 बच्चे हैं सर, अगर उसका आदेश होगा तो हम लोग नॉन वेरिएबल पर लेंगे, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ
आप आगे आ जाइए, आगे आइए आप।
सर ये 3 बच्चे जो इस केस में है सर, अगर आदेश होगा तो हम लोग इनका एग्जाम ले पाएंगे, पर नॉन वेरिएबल पर। मेरे यहाँ हर चीज़ वेरिएबल सीट है, जिसमें फोटोग्राफ से लेके रोल नंबर, रोल कॉल, लड़के का नाम, सारा प्रिंट।
देखिए ये तो आप बात कर रहे हैं, प्लीज यू आर नॉट होल्डिंग अ पोस्ट लाइक योर please come over and take a decision.
ले सकते हैं सर
You will have to take a decision with regard to the students.
ले सकते हैं एग्जाम
This court has apprised you of what will be the situation.
ले सकते हैं तीन ही का ले सकते हैं सर ये 3 का ले सकते हैं
और 3 आए हैं और इनके स्टूडेंट्स कितने हैं स्कूल के?
और 3 ही आए और सबका तो फॉर्म आ गया
और का और
बाकी का फॉर्म भर दिया.
They have submitted their form on last date, my lord, and due to server error, my lord, that could not be submitted or uploaded, my lord.
That is not, that is your duty.
But since, my lord, it is in the remote, my lord, and that could not be, my lord, uploaded due to.
You should have sent it by courier, you should have sent it by a person, by
the portal, my lord, itself, my lord.
it has to be.
It has to be uploaded on the portal itself.
ये जो आजकल ये जो पोर्टल और
ये पेपर नहीं भेजना है. It has to be uploaded. They fill the form and then the
That
school
is
has to
creating-
upload it on the portal. That is the.
This is the negative part of the IT, right? What do you say, Mr.? नहीं, इनको इनसे पूछ रहे हैं सेक्रेटरी साहब से.
एग्जाम ले सकते हैं
आपके आपका पर्पस तो स्टूडेंट्स को
सर।
एग्जामिनेशन बिठाना है ना.
सर सर 5 बार
What possible attempts can you take so that the students should not be made to suffer?
सर हमको 5 बार मौका देते हैं फॉर्म डेट बढ़ाते रहते हैं कि फॉर्म भर 5 बार एडवर्टाइज करते हैं सारे पेपर न्यूज में नेट पर.
How are students
इसमें 3 का
This is
एग्जाम
for the institute. Once the student cannot himself send the form directly to your portal,
डायरेक्ट नहीं भर सकता.
then
स्कूल के हेड
वो आप एडवर्टाइजमेंट करो तो स्कूल के लिए है.
सर बच्चे
आप रिमाइंडर दो तो स्कूल के लिए. बच्चों को किस बात का पता? बच्चे अपने पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, उनके पास फॉर्म नहीं आएगा तो उनसे फॉर्म नहीं भरा जाएगा.
एडवर्टाइजमेंट में बच्चों को भी अभिभावक को भी रहता है सर सभी को रहता है.
तो अभिभावक ये तो स्कूल की बात है ना. यू आर ऑल्सो एन अभिभावक.
सर
यू आर एबल टू एंटर टू द स्कूल ऑफिसेस. प्रैक्टिकली बताइए आप.
सर
स्टूडेंट्स को के बच्चों के लिए पेरेंट्स जाकर अगर कहें तो वो मैनेजमेंट मानता है क्या? वो अपने हिसाब से चलते हैं. प्रिंसिपल को आप कह सकते हैं कि फॉर्म अभी आज ही भेजिए. बताइए एज ए पेरेंट बता दीजिए. Now the time has come where the court has to look into your practical part also. We can't be oblivious of what is happening. There you will have to come into, you will have to play a role as the secretary of the board.
Sir.
This is with late fees that this last date.
Yes, Lord.
Sir.
Likhi, the Secretary Bihar School Examination Board, Patna is present in court. This court on 24 January 23, while hearing the case, observed as under. Learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that the form for examination is sent by the concerned school and there is no provision for directly sending the form to the Bihar School Examination Board for appearing in the Intermediate Annual Examination 23. The petitioner's form was not sent by the concerned school, although admittedly the form was submitted before the last date had expired. The case of the school the counsel appearing for the school orally submits, then the forms could not be sent.
I have filed it online, my lord, and the hard copy is with me.
Counsel for the school has submitted his counter stating therein that the forms could not be sent to the board on account of technical problem on the portal server. The forms could not be uploaded in time. The Secretary, Bihar School Examination Board has stated that in such situations, the board can only allow the students to now appear in a special examination, which is being conducted for students who are other ex-students
And left out students.
and leftover students. He submits that there are several other students who are similarly situated, where the forms have not been received in time by the board. Admit cards have therefore not been issued to such students, including the petitioner, and they have also not appeared in the practical examinations, which have already been concluded by 20th of this month. I have reflected on these submissions. It is an admitted situation that the students are not authorized to submit their forms directly to the board. The excuse taken by the school of the server not functioning on the relevant date and on account thereto the forms could not be uploaded does not seem to be a satisfactory explanation. The board आपका भी काउंटर आ गया क्या?
जी, Lordship, I filed online and hard copy has also been filed.
What do you say about this submission that the board, the server was not?
Lordship, that copy has
Server
been
portal.
given to me only yesterday.
The board has not given out any such statement that the portal server was down on account of technical
Lordship, he is saying server was
problems.
not down because the copy of the counter affidavit by the school was served on me yesterday only, and therefore, Lordship.
And in these circumstances, this court finds that the petitioner's form was not uploaded by the school on account of their fault, and the students cannot be made to suffer due to such fault at the level of the school. A student's examination has to be with the students are regular students, and therefore their examination has to be conducted along with the regular students. The special examination which is conducted by the board is for students who are ex-students or failures or who are appearing in supplementary.
Leftover, supplementary ही ये हो गया.
Contention of the council for of the secretary of the board that the special examination is made for leftover students is also not found to be satisfactory. The meaning of leftover students cannot be those students who are regular and whose form was not sent by the school. Such students are, in the opinion of this court, deliberately left out without there being any fault on their part. They cannot be made to suffer. Their future career cannot be jeopardized on account of the action of the school and the board taking a stand as against the school would not mean that they will take a stand against the concerned student. A way has to be taken out by the away cartilage. The board has to take a decision with regard to such anomaly which may be correct on account of a situation as has arisen in the present case. Either a provisional admit card should be issued to such students with a proper action, proper penal action to be taken against the concerned school. Para. Having said as above, comma, in the present case, the board is directed to issue a provisional admit card to the petition. Their forms shall be uploaded by the school and accepted by the board. So far as their practical examination is concerned, the same may be taken specially by the board after the board examinations are over, and the result shall be declared along with the result of the other regularly appearing students. The observations made herein above by this court shall be considered by the Secretary Board of Bihar School Examination Board,
Yeah.
and circular in this regard shall be issued to each school so that in future the students' career may not be jeopardized. With these aforesaid observations, writ petition is allowed. It's
Item of 5. 5 to 41, all